In the quiet Devon village of Lewtrenchard, the year 1795 was marked by the passing of Madame Cassandra Gould, a woman of mystery and elegance, who had lived at Lew House, a grand manor surrounded by ancient yews and a winding stream. Cassandra, a widow of considerable wealth, was known for her aloof beauty, her silken gowns, and a silver comb she often used to tame her raven hair. Her death at the age of 42, attributed to a sudden fever, cast a pall over the village. As per her wishes, her coffin was interred beneath the stone floor of St. Peter's Church, a solemn resting place meant to keep her close to the divine. For decades, her grave lay undisturbed, the memory of Madame Gould fading into whispered tales of her enigmatic life. But in the autumn of 1832, a carpenter named Thomas Wren, a sturdy man with a practical mind, was hired to repair the church's rotting pews. Working alone one evening, his lantern casting jagged shadows across the flagstones, Thomas pried up a slab to replace a beam. Beneath it, he found a lead-lined coffin, its surface etched with the name Cassandra Gould. Curiosity, or perhaps a flicker of greed, overcame his better judgment. With a crowbar, he forced open the lid, expecting dust and bones. Instead, the figure within stirred. Madame Gould, her face untouched by decay, sat upright, her eyes snapping open to glowing orbs of unearthly light. A radiant glow poured from her, illuminating the church like a noonday sun. Thomas stumbled back, his tools clattering, as the figure rose, her white burial gown shimmering with a phosphorescent sheen. With a silent, furious grace, she lunged toward him. Thomas fled, his boots pounding the churchyard path, the ghostly light trailing him like a comet's tail. Over a mile he ran, through fields and over stiles, until he reached his cottage, slamming the door behind him. His wife, Martha, a sensible woman knitting by the fire, gasped as Thomas burst in, his face ashen. Before she could speak, the door rattled, and a blinding light flooded the room. There stood Madame Gould, her eyes blazing, her presence filling the space with an otherworldly chill. Martha, frozen, noticed a pin glinting on the floor, its tiny head caught in the ghost's radiant glow. The apparition lingered, her gaze piercing, then vanished as abruptly as she'd appeared, leaving the couple trembling in the dark. Word of the sighting spread like wildfire. Villagers whispered of Madame Gould's restless spirit, angered by the desecration of her grave. The vicar, a nervous man named Reverend Poke, summoned 6 fellow parsons from neighboring parishes to quell the disturbance. In a candlelit ritual beneath the church, the 7 clergymen chanted prayers and sprinkled holy water, their voices rising in a desperate bid to bind the spirit. As the final words echoed, a piercing screech filled the air, and a white owl burst from the shadows, its wings beating furiously as it soared into the night. The parsons declared the spirit transformed, but the villagers were not so sure. From that day, Lew House became a place of unease. Servants reported footsteps echoing along the upstairs corridor, deliberate and measured, as if someone paced in silken slippers. Guests glimpsed a figure in white drifting down the tree-lined avenue, her silver comb catching the moonlight as she ran it through her hair. In the valley by the stream, where willows dipped into the water, villagers swore they saw her, a spectral woman in a glowing gown, bending to let the current trickle through her fingers, her face alight with a ghostly phosphorescence. Sometimes she'd pause, her comb glinting, her eyes fixed on the horizon as if searching for something lost. The white owl, too, became a fixture of local lore, its pale form flitting to and fro near Lew House, Its hoots carried. Farmers claimed it watched them from the EUs, its eyes gleaming like Madame Gould's had in the church. Children dared each other to venture near the stream at dusk, whispering of the lady in white who might rise from the water, her glow bright enough to blind. By 1833, the Gould family had long since left Lew House, unable to bear its haunted air. New tenants came and went, each adding to the tales. A governess swore she'd seen Cassandra's reflection in a mirror, comb in hand, her lips moving soundlessly. A visiting magistrate heard laughter by the stream, only to find the valley empty, the water glowing faintly under the stars. To this day, Lewtrenchard locals tread lightly near Lew House, avoiding the avenue after dark and steering clear of the stream where the lady lingers. The white owl still circles, a silent sentinel, and those who glimpse it swear they feel her presence, Madame Gould, unquiet, eternal, her light a warning and a lament in the Devon night. Many thanks for treading this tale's dark path. If its chill gripped you, like, subscribe, and comment below.